What is goody in the hoodie? How is everyone doing? Blessings
Good.
and health. Yes, Phil, blessings, health, and love to everybody. And I want to say hi, everyone. It's been a minute. It's been a while since I've been back on the show. And due to reasons, I will tell everyone. Might as well. But first, let's greet Joel. Joel, how you doing?
Hello, I'm good. How are you doing, Amoy?
Recovering. That's what's going on. Literally what is going on. So for those who didn't know, the reason why I've been away from Hearts of Talent is because I had appendicitis. So for those who don't know what appendicitis is, it is something that is attached to your large intestine, and basically, if something goes wrong with it, it can, you know, it can rupture, it can get infected, it can explode. Well, it's not. You don't need it. That's the thing. You don't need an appendix. But mine got infected and was close to rupturing. So I've been out of commission. So I had surgery. Maybe it's coming up to 2 weeks now. So I had surgery 2 weeks ago, and yeah, man, we just here. Like we here. So Amoy decided, let me make a comeback to everybody, show everybody my face. I know, right, Phil? I know. Yeah. It's been a trip. It's been a, what do you want to call it? Like, it's been an event, if you want to call it that. If that's what you want to call it. What? I think we'll be having Jerome on soon. Don't know. I think he'll just join soon. But for now, today's episode, Jerome, what are we talking about today? What is the conversation on today?
Relationships in life, friends and family, colleagues, all of that.
Of course. So it is about relationships, guys. So for it, relationship doesn't have to be like boyfriend, girlfriend, or however y'all have your relationships. Thank you, Phil. Thank you. It is nice to be back. I feel good being back. But relationships don't need to be nothing to do with like a relationship as like your partner, a relationship in general. So to kick it off, like for me, I was having a conversation with my younger brother, right? So hi, what's going on? What is going on? Gabriel's dad, what's going on? Don't think we forgot about you. Friendships are relationships. Yeah, Phil, that's true. Friendships are relationships. But we're talking about relationships in a whole. So like anything that ends with ship. Like anything that ends with ship, how it affects nowadays, and like how our generation compared to other generations are, like how how we perceive it. So as I was saying, like I was having a conversation with my little brother and my cousin, and we was talking. So like if anyone was to hear the conversation, you'll think, how are these kids like talking like this? But the conversation we was having, my brother mentioned a key factor that basically um he now he sees it, it's not to cheat in a relationship. So we're gonna talk about partner relationships, right? So he said it's okay to have a toxic relationship and cheating relationships. Joel, like what's going on? I had to look at him and I said, me and my cousin was like, what? Like, are you silly? Like we was looking at him, he was like, that's crazy to have that kind of mentality. So what? So I want to ask that question to you. Do you think it's normal for people to cheat in a relationship?
No, it's not. If if people want to be doing that, then they need to be open and tell the other person about it, or be openly polygamous.
Uh, Not the polygamous relationship. That's horrible. And actually, you know what? Let me not even say nothing, because some people might be into that thing.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Because if you're open about it and both parties know, then it won't be toxic and it won't be cheating. Because if the other person knows, then they can decide whether they want to stay with you or not.
That's true. That's true. But do you feel like so? Gabriel's dad said relationships can vary. The main thing is to keep a strong bond and help each other grow, whether that's in love relationships or family or friends. Facts, big facts. I agree with that statement 100%. Like relationships it's about, you know, it's about keeping a bond with each other and being strong. And Phil said being made normalized as so many do, but it's not okay to cheat. Exactly. And we have Gabriel's dad to Joel and Will's. Sometimes you gotta switch up the show sometimes. Sometimes you'll be in one area and then next thing you know, I'm in a different location. But nah, like I feel like, do you know what I feel like? Yeah. I feel like the entertainment industry makes it kind of like normalized to cheat. Do you get what I'm saying? Where as youngers don't really have anybody to look up to say, yeah, this is a good relationship, this is a healthy relationship. Whereas you would see a rapper, a singer, or somebody in a relationship, and you know, like you'll see this cheating allegation, and then they're saying it's cool to cheat and whatnot, and it's like that's kind of been normalized. So you have kids growing up thinking that, all right, cool, it's calm. So do you think that in industry, from an industry standpoint, has a part to play in making people think, yo, cheating's cool?
It definitely does, because in you know, this era, you have children that look up to actors and artists and musicians and everyone in the industry, and rather than they do in people in their community. So everyone they see on TV or on their phones, they'll do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And when they see it normalized and they see so many do it, they see so many people do it, so many people talk about it, it's obviously going to have an impact on them, because as we know, children are impressionable. Everything you know today is culminated from what you've learned over the years you've been alive. Like, you know everything today because you learned it yesterday or the day before. So it's just a case of circumstantial have been brought up, because you know, if people are brought up.
I think we've kind of lost connection there. What is going on? I think your internet was kind of playing up. I think,
Yeah, because I'm switching from the outside coming into the house on the Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Where did it cut out?
Industry. Something about industry. You were talking about that.
Industry. Okay. Well, basically, to make a long story short, the industry has an impact on a lot of children these days, because they see everyone in the industry as role models rather than people in their own community. So what they see them do is what they'll do.
No, it's true. That's so true. Like, and even with Gabriel's dad's comment, the industry has so many distractions. Main thing to focus on, number one, and to keep the relationship wholesome, humble, and trustworthy. But I feel like we kind of lost our way in the trustworthiness, because not only in a relationship that has to do with love, but in relationships with friends, because you see a lot of people like nowadays, it's normal to have a friend that's like, he's gonna snake you out, or in other words, is gonna, you know, do you bad. Like, it's like you kind of expect that, when back in the time, it's just, you don't expect a friend to kind of do you like that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like, friends of enemies are enemies, and enemies of enemies are friends. And then also Dave was like, I keep one eye on my friends, and I don't look at my ops, because at least my ops, I know their intentions.
That's true. That is so true. Because nowadays, I don't know, you don't even know who's your friend from who's not your friend no more. Like,
exactly.
I've gone through it. Like, I've been through that phase where you kind of don't know who's your friend, and you know, you don't know who to turn to, because like Bob Marley said it best. So you can have a friend, yeah. And he was just like, well, in one of the songs it goes, what is it? Only your friend can know your secret, so only he will reveal it, type thing. And nowadays, yeah, it's just like, it's okay. Like, that bar resonated with me, because I was like, damn, like, it's true, you know, when you think about it, if you tell your friend something and then you hear someone else say the same thing, you're thinking, yo, how did you know that? But because someone revealed your secret.
Yeah.
It's someone, and Phil said sex sells, glam life sells, so music industry is gonna keep using it to make money. Everyone too greedy nowadays. Facts, facts, facts. That's why I don't change the music industry, but I want to be in the music industry where, like, actually, let me ask you, Joel, why do you what kind of morals and stuff do you want to bring to the music industry, like, to make it
Well,
different?
well, I told my friend because he was down the other day. He was thinking a lot about some of the music, and I was like, well, we came to change the game, not to let the game change us. So the morals I'm gonna bring to the industry is what people see on this podcast anyway. But I'm trying to bring positivity, and I'm trying to teach people my age, younger, older, if need be, better ways than what they've been taught or indoctrinated into already. Um,
Mm,
because slowly but surely, I'll be like making YouTube videos on it and things like that soon enough. And when we go, to talks or interviews and things like that, I'll talk more about it. But I'm just trying to, because when you have a fan following or something like that, not fan following, but when you have people that are so interested in you and your music, obviously you're trying to get a message out to them.
yeah,
So when you have like 10 million monthly listeners and you can sell out shows, you want to get a message out to those people. you
right,
know
right.
Back in the day, you had people that would buy any piece of clothing of their favorite artist. So if they're willing to do that, why aren't they willing to sit down and listen to what I have to say? So
True.
I'm trying to bring positivity and tell people, you know, or not even tell them, trying to give them a different way and let them choose for themselves.
Right, right. Because life
You
is a choice
know,
at the end of the day.
exactly, because you can give someone a burger from McDonald's, or you can give someone, a healthy sandwich, and let them choose. The choice is theirs.
No cap, I'm gonna choose the McDonald's. No one has to tell me that. No cap. Like, well, now I can't really eat that. But main thing, you don't sell your soul and be controlled. Many feel the pressure. It's about record label, etc., allowing the artist to be free to write what they want, etc., without being told what to wear. Facts, facts. And that's why many people go into the industry without being signed, because being signed, you're being controlled. Like, I have nothing against signed. I have nothing against signed artists. Nothing against it. I don't mind if you're signed. But the thing is, at the end of the day, there's too much control, and that's why, for me personally, I don't want to. I just want to tell the truth in my songs, because so many people cap in their songs, say they do this, they do that. In these songs, like, when my songs come out, y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. I'm talking about real life experiences, and like real life experiences, real life stuff that I've gone through that people can go through and people can also relate. Like, that's the main thing as to why I want to do this music thing, because it's like it come like capping cells. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can cap and be like, yeah, I got this much money, I do this, I that, yeah, I can lie, and every time a lie is being sold, and I'm not living off that. My main thing is, like, I'm telling people the truth. Like, I have a song that is about me just talking to, like, some. All right, cool. My brain works so different. I was frazzled when I made this song, right? Well, not frazzled as in high, like I was frazzled as in, like, I was just in that zone, right? And I didn't realize the route that my song was taking. So I decided to, like, I was just writing, writing, writing. And when I looked at the lyrics, it was, my initial thought was, it's a message to God. So it's me talking to God. It's me having a conversation to God. But when I looked at the lyrics, it can be taken in different ways. Like, it could be someone talking to their husband, someone talking to their wife. Like, the way how the song was made, it was made to just be for everybody, no matter your
Because
situation.
it's a conversation, so it's interpretive, and it can be taken in any way.
And that's exactly how I wanted it to be. Like, in the end product that I have is, it's a conversation, and that's why I named the song "Message," because it's a message. Like, I'm talking to you, and I know I've done wrong, I've done this and I've done that, but, like, I'm having a conversation to tell you, all right, cool. I accept what I've done. And that's the main thing. And I feel like music has kind of lost its way in having a conversation. Now we just push the narrative of doing things that you don't usually do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad. Like, it's kind of sad. That's why it's about educating the artists. And that's why I love you guys. Because you're the real deal. Thank you. Thank you. Honestly, I'm not an artist as yet, but I'm aspiring one. But you have to learn these things before you get bigger. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get bigger, educating yourself as an artist is very important. I think that's another thing. Even though today's episode was not meant to be about this, but we can go into anything we want because it's a podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
But like educating yourself, like you have to educate yourself in this time because you can't just go on no knowledge. Like in the Bible, it says, "My people perish for the lack of knowledge." Do you get what I'm saying? You have to be knowledgeable in this time. You have to be knowledgeable into anything that you do because, you know, you can't step into something that you don't understand. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Hearts of Talent in itself is so important because we have to educate children that want to go into this music industry. It's all glitz and glam, but at the same time, you need to understand, yo, there's some people out there that would just want to use you for just the way how you are. And good afternoon, Pastor. No, good evening, Pastor Lawyer. Good evening. How are you doing? Like, so wouldn't you agree, Jerome? Like,
yeah, exactly. You have to know how to present yourself to the masses and how to be all happy on camera and on stage, but you need to understand what happens behind the scenes. You know, you need to understand how the industry works so you don't get played. That's why Jay-Z and Kanye are billionaires now. They expand into business. They didn't let the game play them. They know how to play the game.
Right. That's so true. That is so true. Because even people like, when you look at it as well, they say some people sometimes going into like mainstream is the worst thing, but mainstream is the best thing. Like, look at Digga D, for example. This is the example I always give. He done drill and now he's in mainstream. That's the best way you can make it. Because mainstream, when you start doing mainstream, you start listening to what people do, you get sales. Like drill doesn't, like, it sells, but violence will never really sell like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Because it's a niche. There's only there's only a niche group of people that like that. There's 7 billion people in the world, and the only people that like drill are, people that are on drill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. But it's like that life doesn't really sell. Like you gotta learn how to make it sell. And some people, I see people giving hate to Digga D because he does the mainstream stuff. But how can you hate the guy when he's making money out of it and he's giving himself an opportunity? He's building himself up. That's how I see it. If I gotta take that route, I'll do the same route because if it makes me more money, if it makes me more known, and I get a bigger fan base out of it, says like ain't nobody gonna stop me because of people saying, "Oh, you changing." No, you have to change in this time. You can't stay the same. Like as an artist, you cannot stay the same. You have to change. Like not change
Keep
fully, but
evolving.
you get me. You have to adapt to these new times. You have to adapt to the new rules. You have to adapt to the new things. Because if you don't adapt, you're gonna be stuck in the past.
That's exactly what being an artist is. If you see what your people like and you see what they don't like, you're gonna skyrocket.
Facts. And that's why I don't want to stay in that time where I'm just like, like, nah, I don't want to stay in that time. But going back onto relationships, because we came off the relationship topic.
It's all right.
Going back onto the relationships, like, how do you feel about relationships?
What kind? All of them, or what do you mean?
Hey man, whatever one you want to talk about, my dog.
I mean, humans are in nature social creatures. You're born from your mother, and you're with her at the beginning. So humans, at birth, they need family. When a baby's born naturally, instead of a hospital, because they'll just take the baby away, but when a baby's born naturally, it'll be born, and then its first instinct is to climb up the mother's belly and rest on her chest. So at birth, humans love contact. They love being with each other. That's why. But then you also have to find a balance, because you can be in a room full of people and still feel alone, and then you can be by yourself and you feel like you want someone there with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. I could do that.
So yeah, so relationships are needed in moderation, like everything else in life. But
When you say they're needed, what do you mean they're needed? Like, why do you think certain relationships are needed? Why do people need friends? Why do people need a relationship?
so for me, personally, I feel like the only relationships I need are um the the long-term friends that I've had and the ones that I know will stick, and my family. Everyone else is an acquaintance. um and humans in general, and then emotionally, sometimes if you if writing your emotions down or talking to yourself, or that doesn't work out, then you always have someone else to talk to, especially in child years, I feel, because once you're an adult, you go out on your own. So I feel like family is that first nuclear barrier, because if something goes wrong at school, who do you go back and talk to? You talk to whoever your parental figure is. If it's your birth parent, then you can talk to them. If it's a foster parent, then you talk to them if you trust them. And I feel like family is a need. um, and then friends come and go. Year six happens, you go to different high schools. High school ends, you go to different colleges and different sixth forms. College ends, you go to different unis, you start work. So it's all temporary.
You think
So
well, you saying what relationship wise everything's temporary?
yeah, so sometimes, yeah, because um sometimes you may have friends that live far away from you, and then they go to a different school when you went to the same high school, and you go to different colleges, and you may fall out, and you may just lose distance and contact.
Yeah, okay. Now when you say it like that, then yeah, everything becomes temporary, like to me. Like
Yeah.
I've been through it, been there, done it, worn a t-shirt. Like it stuff are temporary, not everything lasts forever. You know what I'm saying? And like for me, I just think certain relationships are very important, like especially like parental. Like I've I said this to loads of people, like my friends' wives. You always have to, like for me, my parents, no matter if it's my parents, my grandparent, which is right there watching over me, um, like for me, them kind of relationships are very important to me because it shapes me into who I am. Like my grandma taught me bare things that I didn't know I needed. You know what I'm saying? Like she taught me so many lessons, and that's because of her Caribbeanness. That's what they carry. Like, but it could be for other cultures as well. But I can only talk about mine, which is me being Caribbean,
Yeah.
where they carry a lot of morals, and she taught me a lot of things, and I respect like the relationship I had with her. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, you have your ups and downs, but the relationship that I had with her was a one that, despite the fact her being my grandma, she's still my mother. You know what I'm saying? She's still
Yeah.
like my mother. That's what a grandmother is. She's just a grand version of your mom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And she
saying?
has twice the experience now.
There you go. She's a grand version of your mother. So at the end of the
Exactly.
day, that relationship I had with her, like it was amazing because it's the thing that she taught my mum when my mum was younger that now that she taught me because God rest her soul, she's not around no more. But I keep that relationship close to my heart. Same with my mum, like that relationship there. That's my mom's, bro. No one can tell me nothing. You get what I'm saying?
Um,
That's my mom's, bro. Ain't nobody telling me nothing about my mom. No one can talk bad about her.
exactly. They get hit with the emotion.
Like that. Like, yo, they don't wanna verse this. They don't wanna hit that. Yo, it's crazy out here.
It's
It's
crazy.
crazy out here. It's crazy. But what was I gonna say? Like we can talk. There's so many things. I just wanted to touch on the relationship thing.
Yeah.
I wanted to touch on that because it's an important thing. Because nowadays it's just we have so many different morals that people carry, and it's crazy. And then I wanted to kind of just talk about another thing I wanted to talk about as well is like educating ourselves. Like for me, it's important. Like from what I went through. So, all right, cool. For the new listeners, yeah, for the new people that joined, because I can see y'all. For the new ones that has just joined, um, the reason why you guys haven't seen me is because obviously I had surgery, right? and I had to educate myself on this thing. You know, before I had even had surgery, before I was sick, before I fell sick or anything, like, you kind of take life for granted. You don't understand how life is so precious. Do you get what I'm saying?
The fact
Like,
you even wake up in the morning, because things fall from the sky every day. They have monsoons happening all over the world, terrible wind. There's natural earth disasters that can happen. You can choke on water, you can choke on food, anything.
yeah, and no one understands that you take life for granted. Like, and I can actually say personally, it's talking. It's not that I took life for granted, but I took life like it wasn't as serious. You get what I'm saying? And what had happened to me, like, basically, when you have appendicitis, you knocking on death's door. Like, you really, like, you really knocking on that door. And I'm gonna say it plain, straight, and simple. Like, you're knocking at death's door, because this is not a sickness that's like, okay, cool. It's cool to deal with. Nah, like, this is a serious thing. If it ruptures, you die. That's the same thing. That's the type of thing that you go through, and that's what I went through. And me sitting in the hospital, because I was in hospital for 3 days, so 3 days straight I was in hospital, just sitting there. And the main thing I'm thinking is, like, yo, I just want to come out of this alive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that was my main thing. I said, I want to come out here alive. I don't want nothing to happen to me. I was scared. Like, it was a scary experience. You get what I'm saying? Hmm?
It wasn't a good experience for you, and I felt it for you. Yeah.
Nah, it wasn't. Like, it's not a good experience, because it's like the hospital playing up. You just want to be out here. You just want to hurry up and get your surgery, and they taking their time. And then until stuff hit the fan, that's when they want to start moving. And that's what happened with me. Like, when everything was hitting the fan, when everything just became too much, that's when hospitals want to start moving and be like, okay, cool, we're gonna get you this, we're gonna get you that. And, like, I had to educate myself, because before I even had appendicitis, I made sure I educated myself on it. And when so imagine the week before I went into hospital. So I fell sick on, when was it? It's probably like the 19th of last week.
Yeah, it was a Wednesday or something.
Yeah, so the week before Wednesday, imagine I went into hospital and I was like to them, yo, like, something's hurting me. Like, I'm in pain right now. And then they try to say to me, it's nothing for me to worry about. I dealt with that thing for a week. Even the hospital was confused as to how I stood up and managed to go about my days with that in me for a week. They was like, we don't understand. Like, when I tell you guys, you have to educate yourself and make sure y'all don't take life for granted. It's a real thing. Because for me being in that situation, like, just me sitting there, just it's I don't even know, the experience was too much. You know what I'm saying?
Like, there's a Stormzy and Burna Boy made a song, and the hook ended with "Real life is for living, but the price that we're given ain't cheap."
It's not cheap. It is not cheap, because I seen too much in this time. I seen too much, and just for me to go through what I went through was enough for me to just be like, life is not a joke. We can't take what we have for granted, because some people would wish that it was in a position that you're in. Like, what I seen in the hospital, I seen people worse than me. But here's me thinking that life is gone.
Exactly. Like,
Gone.
literally, when someone is complaining about their first world problems, their problem is someone's dream.
Do you get what I'm saying? And I had a conversation about, like, some people that I knew on Instagram, because I'm getting new people on Instagram. You know, it's crazy. And this young lady who I've spoken to, she lives in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And we was going back and forth and we was having a conversation. And she was just like, I said I wanted to go visit Nigeria. And she's like, people are trying to get out of Nigeria. Why do you want to visit it? So I'm just like, I don't know. Like, so I said, don't get it twisted. People in England want to get out of England too. Like, it's not.
Exactly. Everyone has their own personal prison.
You know what I'm saying? And she said, you guys don't know what you have. And I was just like, because of the facade that's put up, you don't know what goes on in any country. I can't tell her what's going on in Nigeria. She knows what's going on in Nigeria.
Exactly. People that want to go to Nigeria, they like when people think of countries, they just think of the capital city. When people want to go to New York, they want to go to New York City. They don't think about all the people in the slums, in all the horrible places. They don't think about all the gangs. They don't think about all the homeless people. When people see Nigeria, they only see Lagos with all the tall skyscrapers, all the hotels. They don't see the villages. They don't see the people. They don't see the buses. People, oh, it's not.
Yeah, it's the same everywhere. And I had to say to her, like, here's not what it seems either. Like, you think London's the
when they see London, they just see Lambeth, they see the London Eye, they see Big Ben.
You get me? I don't live near them sides there, yo.
Exactly. We got chip shop and things.
You know, like that. Like, I don't live nowhere near them places. And I tried to explain to her, I said, at the end of the day, you won't know what I'm going through, and I will never know what you're going through. But because we live in two, you can't have that perception or something.
Exactly. And even when people go, when they have that perception and when they go to that capital city, they're not seeing the real thing. If you go to Lambeth and you go to central London, you won't see a jerk center. You won't see nothing like that.
No, it's true. It's true. You have to go to the, as they say, the ghetto, quote unquote.
The ghetto, yeah.
Yeah, you go up to Harsden High Road, get yourself something to eat, and that.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's an amazing thing that I've kind of learned, and the new people that I've met on social media. That's why again I agree with the relationship thing, because you never know what kind of relationship you get out of these things. Like, I love it. I love it all. I'm a lover of all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I enjoy.
Benevolent, omnibenevolent,
omnibenevolent, man. I just love it all, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can't help to love it all. But yeah, man. Yeah. Like, I don't know what we're gonna talk about because we don't have the rest of our crew.
I mean, that is a shame, but it's fine. They'll be back and better next week. Minor setback, major comeback as usual.
Big facts, and we have so much more in store because even we got I think we have Harrow coming up, where we're doing live auditions in Harrow.
Yeah, 17th and 18th of September. Stay tuned. Everybody on here, you come to that show. Hey.
Of course. And then we can never forget that we got the big finale.
Big finale.
In November, which Amway will be 100% because I'm still not 100%, guys. I'm not going to lie.
Of course.
I'm not going to lie. I'm still not 100%.
Be up there 100%. Dressed in proper Amoy attire.
Yeah, of course, man. This is just something. It's a little ones and twos. You get me?
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, nah. Hopefully, I'll be better. I want to be better because they said it's gonna be.
It's time, and proper sleep and diet, and you'll be good.
Yeah, even that, like dieting, well, it's a lot, man. It's actually a lot I learned. I can't lie. Your diet has a lot to do with the way how you live.
And it's crazy because back in Caribbean, you tell your grandma, your mom, there's something wrong with your body. Put hot water upon it. Put hot water upon it.
Not even that is go drink some tea.
Go drink, yeah. Oh gosh. Exactly.
Go drink some tea. You'll be fine.
You'll feel better.
My dad even tried to say that to me. He said, when he didn't even, I said to him, yo, it's not gas, man. I said to him, because he was like, it must be a gas, go drink some tea. So he tried to bring me some tea. I said, tea's not going to relieve this pain that I'm feeling, my guy.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
I had to, and that's a typical Jamaican thing. Like, not even Jamaican, just Caribbean or even African thing. Or
yeah. It's crazy because they'll do that and then they'll believe that it's gone away. So the pain will go away and then the appendix will just rupture and they'll be like, oh, wait, what happened?
You know, like that. And imagine if I didn't go and check it out.
Exactly. That's pain, man.
In my head, I'm thinking, yeah, do you know what? Maybe it is gas, because I'm saying I feel away. You get what I'm saying? I'm saying I'm feeling away. And then nah, turns out to be something way bigger than what it was meant to be. So nah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But now I feel that's good. That's what I'm saying. We trying to make hot on the map, and we got so many things that's coming up as well, man. Like so many opportunities is coming through. Like y'all gotta wait, man. Like y'all gonna get this. And we got Mr. Mittens on the screen.
Yeah, he just jumped in my window. He's our guest star for today.
He's our guest star for today. That's crazy. That is crazy. But guys,
Hey,
we had our conversation. I know it's not usually like our hour-long ones. We had to fit something in. You know what I'm saying, Elijah?
mm-hmm.
We had to fit in a one that.
Next week we'll have everyone, and the topic will be good as well.
Yeah, so we can actually touch about that. What will be next week's topic? What we don't want to give it away, bro.
We don't want to give it away. I mean, if I remember correctly, then it was also about how something affects the industry and and its impact on society. I believe.
Yeah, and y'all know we go in when it comes on to this one. So imagine when we'll have Angelina next week. Not only Angelina, we're gonna have Jerome next week. Not only Jerome, we're gonna have Joelle and myself. So it's gonna
Fantastic Four.
Huh? The Fantastic Four. Of course. Y'all gonna have the four of us going, yo, y'all gonna get this. Y'all gonna have a proper show. But today I didn't want to kind of leave y'all hanging. You know what I'm saying? We had to talk about something, and relationships is a main thing that affects nowadays because the 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 thoughts that we have nowadays for relationships is a bit mad. Well, for the younger generation, my generation is a bit crazy.
Yeah.
That being toxic is okay. That ain't it, man.
Yeah, and it changes from time to time.
What changes the status?
No, like how people think of it, because you have when it comes to romantic relationships, in primary school everyone's like no, then they get to high school and then they immediately want to find a boyfriend, find a girlfriend.
No, that's true. No, it's true. It's true. I didn't. That's not. I was going to high school for games. I'm not gonna lie. Like I just went to for the vibe.
I got a bar as well. What was it? What was it? Should be money that you're earning, knowledge that you're learning, not the sensation that you're earning.
Well, oh, okay. Say nothing. Is that your bar?
Yeah, it's mine. Yeah.
Oh, see, Joel, they're not ready for your music, man. You
ready? Oh my gosh! Oh, I'm actually gonna send you two that I did the other day. I had so much to write, so I'm gonna send you them.
You know what's funny? Yeah, we should even get you to do like an acoustic, like not even an acoustic, but like something like the Dead Presidents one. Yo, these people
are not. You want me to do an acoustic or an acapella one? What, live or where?
Hey man, you know what? You might as well just show off the talent and show them what you got, yo.
Okay, I'll do the one that I wrote because it's not gonna come out for years. So this one is called Cycle. And I wrote it well, I can't give too much. Anyway, yeah. So bro started working, he was trying to get that bread up. Meanwhile, I was sleeping in bed, resting my head up. Which one would you rather choose? Do you want riches or rems? Do you want pillows or gems? Because if you snooze, you lose. I don't mean lose in a literal sense. Bro was working, he was getting all his euros and pence, or was it pennies? I just can't remember. Bro made over just this past December. Don't make me lose my temper. If it don't make pounds, then it don't make sense. And if it don't make sense, then why you waste your time? Time is money. Why you think you're paid by the hour? Why you think all these people can make their money shower? It's because they got the power. It's because they ain't got any ambitions that will make them cower. If you run away from money, then you're just a coward. You ain't got the courage like I do. Let me spit you a haiku. Yo, freelance is not free. Tight deadline. Nonsense comments. We all need money. If you don't get it, I suggest secure a job and go get it. No for labor, bro. Once I started working, I was so breaded. Once I got to working, no greater, but bro, I'm so shredded. Now I realize that I'm greater because my soul said it. Once I knew my soul was hungry, I went and go fed it. Don't know where I am, but till I go, that's where I'm headed. That's just the first verse.
Ooh. I'm just. Do you know what's funny? Yeah, just to see your progression as an artist is mad.
Honestly, that one and the other song that I wrote, that's my best work hands down ever. I love it so much. The wordplay and everything, just it clicked.
No, it does. Like just hearing, honestly, just seeing the way how you kind of not changed as an artist, but you've adapted yourself as an artist.
Evolved, and yeah,
Evolved and found yourself as an artist is mad. Like it is actually mad. Like you were there singing the old school tunes,
yeah, exactly.
and now you doing your own thing where it's just rap, and that's I love to see it, man. I love to see it, and I actually
Yeah,
can't
of
wait
course.
your things come out, and then you know you get to perform them in Wembley as well. You know
Exactly. I cannot wait. It's so amazing. Like now it's festival season. People are doing Reading, Leeds, Yam Carnival. Burna Boy's performed at the O2. He's in Greece today. He's going to LA again. Like it's doing it's show season. So I can't wait to go to Wembley and see how it feels because I know I'm going to be back there and I'm going to sell it out.
of course, of
Wembley
course.
Stadium, Wembley Arena. We're going to sell it out.
Of course, of course. Even with Wembley there, like just to get a taste of how it is to be like to perform. Because me personally,
Exactly.
I love performing like it's nobody's business. It's now I can't perform, but like me sitting down, just I'm ready to take the stage. Like anytime any dances, like when I'm hearing songs, I'm thinking I just want to dance, but my body,
Exactly. You know, back in the day when your mom would be driving and then you listen to your music and you sing your heart out like you're in the music video.
of course. And I can't wait to start doing them things then because it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's oh I think that's meant to be emojis.
Oh yeah. She thinks it's clapping, but it's wash hands.
Okay, okay, okay. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is,
I think the water droplets were supposed to signify the sound of clapping.
you know. But yeah, guys, we're gonna have a better episode. No, not to say this episode wasn't bad, but it was just a comeback. It's a little filler
I brought some
episode.
heat for you guys this episode.
I lied, like he performed for you. Who knows? Maybe I'm perform next week. Who knows? Maybe
Exactly.
we might have Jerome or Angelina perform next week for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like this show is we don't stick to
You never
one
know where
thing.
we're going. We're unique. We hit you from a side angle. You never know.
We hit you with the uppercut. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
No, but guys, we'll have to cut this episode short because we're still in recovery mode, man.
Exactly. Don't worry. Recovery mode. We're gonna be back and better than ever.
Of course. Next week we're definitely gonna give you a show. So thank you guys for joining today. It was a good show. It was just a filler. It don't even matter. We had a good time, and we'll be back next week. So, Omoy, I'm gonna sign out. So, from me, thank you guys. From Joel,
Bye, guys.
Joel, you can sign us out, man.
Mm-hmm.
You might as well sign us out. Tell them to subscribe. Sign us out.
Oh yeah, everyone, like, share, subscribe. Of course, post notifications on. Make sure you know every Tuesday that Hearts to Heart is coming.
Right. So thank you guys. Thank you all. We love you all. And we'll see y'all next week. You know, you see what I'm saying? We're gonna see you next week.
Don't forget 17th and 18th of September, Harrow Shopping Center.
Exactly. Don't forget. And make sure y'all come out and support. And come not even support. If you know anybody that's got a talent, bring them out as well. Even if you have to drag them out. Even if you have to drag them out. Drag them out. So thank you guys.
We'll give them a boost of confidence, everything.
And we're all gonna be there. We all gonna be there. So thank you guys for joining today. And we're gonna catch y'all next week. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.